guys, it's time to come at you with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. We're here with Zheng, and let me tell you that I am very excited about the beginning of this campaign. Now, she is our bandit queen. That's what we know about her. She's who the people love. But, so we haven't played her in 190 Expanded before. Let's just take a look at what she has to offer. Okay, Infamy's her resource, mercenary treaties, units. Over here, which I noticed as I was starting up, we have quite a tooltip. It says regionless faction. While regionless, an army can recruit and replenish in non-hostile territory faction-wide. Negative 50% retinue upkeep, plus 50 foraged loot in unfriendly territory, and 10% replenishment in foreign land. So this, to me, says if we can just never take land, or take it very rarely and then get, let somebody else take it right back, then we're going to be able to, pay for two armies for the price of one. Have tons of loot all the time when we're around. And that replen. So, we don't want to... So, we'll be able to recruit as long as it's not hostile territory. So, if we can get a mercenary contract, we'll really be able to get somewhere. Alright, we also start out with this Songqian fellow. This county ain't big enough for the two of us for a fistful of copper. And then, of course, we've got our heir here for the loot in enemy territory. Negative upkeep there. And, yeah. The Red Sisters. This guy. Greedy, reckless, and arrogant. Gets us more loot. And of course does have poison value. Who else is in our faction? This guy, damage and good evasion, starts with mending. Potentially desirable, but it would be double loading on green. Bandit champions are pretty cool, and then yeah, they just get into the breach. Hey Luke. So I'm thinking, I don't know if you just got here, but I'm thinking we might be able to do regionless for a while, and I think that's very fascinating. Because she, you get negative 50 upkeep when you don't have anywhere, and tons of loot in unfriendly territory, and can replenish and recruit in non-hostile territory. So it just seems like if we play our cards right, we might be able to get this here. And she's like, you might want to consider not being dumb. China will burn, but I will be remembered. My girl. My girl. You're in your Yuan Shu campaign? Awesome, awesome. How's that going? Said you'd made everybody very upset. Oh, we start with the tower. Alright, so we start with the tower. I love starting with a tower. And, Archer Militia with Poison Shot, pretty decent. And, of course, they do have Fire Shot as well. But we're going to start out here. And, of course, she, has limited hit points. But plenty of ammo, so we just need these people here to help her. We don't have... His hidden axes are only 80. Is the models... The unit size is on medium? What? Okay. Alright, let's, Alright, roll that back again.
Forty minutes.
火尽灰飞，点亮夜色，天下混乱不已。
Four
大
armies,
汉
nice.
王
Maybe I
朝
said something.
早已被腐败吞噬，黄金众
Oh,
人
so yeah.
化州
And of
联
course,
军
if you're over there in Nubia Gone, then you have a very nice
忠于
river
汉地的将军
right
们
next to you.
立即做出回应，出兵镇压
Alright,
黄巾
one more
军。
time with feeling. So it's like, establish your power, find a power base to build up your strength. However, what if we didn't? So we're planning on not taking it? Yeah, probably.
敌方正派遣援兵前来助战，最好重新。
We're just gonna fight them over here, and then, like, move through it, try to get a contract, like, immediately. Because how much money are we gonna make? Is it gonna be worth 50% of retinues? And then we'll only take land when we want to spin up a new army, and we'll take it in like a really reckless place. Spin up a new army and then bounce. Right next to all the Yellow Turbans, yes. Alright, there we go. I was like, 6.6k, that can't be right, and it wasn't. This guy's got a shield. And if he would duel somebody, we would definitely beat him. Unless somebody else is here. I mean, I know she can't duel, but, like, for this, it seems fine. Even though we've got, you know, a bow and arrow here. But I figure she wins this pretty handily. He didn't seem like he had any good abilities at all. And they only have one unit of spears here on the flank and on the other flank. So we're just going to try to stay moving here and do what is just a very medium amount of damage, right? So they only have the two spears, and Zheng is doing great. You know, that's the old I don't have mighty knockback. Spears in the center there. We need to back up. Push there. 20 seconds till that. Runs into a tree, but stays in motion. So I don't think they have any cavalry at all, which is good. Because this is definitely a fight where I would like to win it pretty handily. Yeah, and she gets like a full heal out of it. And then, right as they try to get there, we dodge the spears and the other spears and make our way into these Watchmen of the Peace. Glorious. They're quite split off from the rest of them. So we will laboriously run them down through the trees here. Big hero stuff, right? Like, oh, you guys have a problem with the Han? Well, then you're gonna love me. Going for the cinematic shot, almost getting unhorsed. Because I guess I'm just thinking, what are the benefits of having land at all? Going back to my old Zheng campaign, where we, you know, had barely anything. But here we get an actual benefit for having actually nothing, if we can pull it off. And these Watchmen of the Peace get absolutely schwammered. A classic Three Kingdoms beatdown, right? Just Dynasty Warriors in them. Just straight Dynasty Warriors in them. Dynasty Warriors in. It's a verb. To Dynasty Warriors. If they didn't have spears, we could just watch them. Watch her just run into a tree. And they even swing sometimes at them. Mainly they just run into them, though. Worth it. Okay, so I guess the poison shot is, you know, it's not like as good as a poison volley, but it does kill a whole bunch of dudes, so definitely worth doing on these Reclaimer fellows. And there, it looks like we were able to hit 2 people with the one shot anyway. Very nice. This has a very short cooldown, so it definitely seemed, at 15 seconds, it does seem like this is the kind of thing you want to use late, you know, Unless, you know, because if we get like a cavalry or something, I guess it's totally fine. But if it poisons everything in the unit, and I think it does, then we definitely want to use it on like elite infantry. Very great for that, because if we're... She's really thinking about using the ability. There we go. Well, you know, at least it gets them to turn their shoulders. Please run. Alright, there we go. Oh no, she won't move. Please move. She won't move. That's bad. Why won't she move? Please move. She got bugged in place, I guess. So we're gonna have to run into them, which I don't love. You know, we could have saved her 5,000 hit points if it would have let us move. Pretty annoying. Must have bugged on the ability attempt. Well, you know, that certainly happened. I mean, it was fine. It was actually a really great battle, except for Zheng bugging, and what are you gonna do, right?
将领并肩杀敌之际，敌友关系也会加深，从而影响他们对你的满意度。要注意他们各自的。
And I'm sure that I somewhere hit a button that told them that I wanted them to tell me all about everything all over again. Alright, all these people are bad. Who's the least bad? This one gives us bad public order, which we don't care about. If we get him, we get negative 10% recruitment cost. Lower public order, which doesn't matter, and county line of sight, which doesn't matter. He would also do it, but he would also lower satisfaction, which is undesirable. But is 10% off on recruitment really worth paying that guy 200 a turn? Also, we need to fire people. We actually know that we don't have any respect whatsoever for bandit vanguards, so we can just drop them. Bandit sentinels are good, but this, we already have one. And if we're going to use him, then we won't use this guy. Goodbye to you. Okay, so the Commander Night Battle is obfuscation there. but, you know, we're not... This guy has mending, which I would hate to give up, but again, if we're not going to use them, none of these people have any room being here. And champion sentinels and the Zheng. Yeah. Fortunately, there's plenty of opportunities to find Han people to work for you. So we can offer him mercenary assistance. And then this might actually be perfect, right? This might be like an awesome way to play. I might have read an ability and learned something. This might, for all we know, might be practically intended. I think a delegate here is totally safe, since we already beat up this one, and we know we have big replenishment bonuses. Yeah, so... Here you go, Cao Cao. Gift to Mercenary Lord. Fulfilling the contract. And because this is neutral or friendly territory... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so we fill her up on hidden axes. And they only cost 90 a turn right now with our cheapened stuff. And he needs... what? He needs... is how to continue the contract from here against these Yellow Turbans. Because we're going to have a full stack next turn, and we're going to be able to go and do, you know. Well, we'll see how it goes. I didn't think that far ahead, Luke. Because really, like, we can still, like, declare war on who we want and, like, sack their lands, right? And level our guys up. The Merc contract was only ever, like, the excuse that I needed to be able to get my foot down somewhere that was friendly territory and recruit. At least in my head, that was how it was going to go. It wasn't like we were really trying to get the Merc contract every time, although I guess it's, you know, a fine idea to do. But yeah, and he wouldn't peace out with them, I guess, so there's that. Sneaky kleptomaniac. And he's mad that we're trespassing on him. Maybe it doesn't actually count it because we're under the contract. I don't know. We're just gonna roll up here. Because this is like a pretty sweet stack already, right? We've got, you know, 8 hidden axes, and we've got 4 red cav, and it's totally like within our payment thing to get a better army too. So, you know, we'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. Just when I read that we could get big bonus for being regionless, I said to myself, can we take that somewhere? And I guess we're not like totally mustered up, and you know, we should have been more careful, but we have 10% foreign replenishment. I think it's still affected by the faction support there, though, is what it looks like. Or maybe me being regionless takes some off of there, so it ends up just being 6. Yeah, negative 50%. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, you, and it also gives you 50 foraged loot in unfriendly territory, so you always have enough to share the spoils if you're somewhere unfriendly, if this is on, and 10% replen in foreign land, and you can recruit and replenish in non-hostile territory. It's all just very cool. But yeah, you, because just reading that, I said, well, negative 50%, that's a lot of percent. Do we keep making for Cao Cao and So's house? Yeah, probably. And how fun to play on his side, you know, for a little while. You know he'd respect the move. Alright, and although our people are still mustering up, it's absolutely worth it to come in here because, I mean, yeah, it'll be an easy enough nut to crack, and it'll allow us to pay Cao Cao. Oh yeah, we'll just run right in. You think Yang could be a good base of operations if you settle on one? Yeah, because when you were talking about only needing one place, and then whenever I saw how we get that discount, I'm really thinking, you know, you just get your bandit hideout and then disperse. Let them burn it, you know, like, oh no, you found my bandit lair, what'll I ever do? And then I have no time for poetry. Kill them all. Aw, Zheng. There's always time for poetry. We don't really want to bring the red cav in at all, but they don't know that. Oh, they are just straight focusing on trying to protect the inside. Well, you know, that makes sense. There's not a lot of them. But this won't work at all, because these internal towers have quite short ranges, and we will just get in. And it'll be a big surprise when everything burns down. Yeah, you know, they're acting like me here, you know. That's a good thing to do. Doing just what I would do, you know. You got your archers behind. You go like, all right, let them get hit by the one tower, and then. Of course, the hidden axes have fire arrows too. Don't y'all go around that way. Ridiculous. Here's your respect to Zheng fire arrows. Yeah, and indeed, the bandit charges don't. But you know, with just one bit of fire arrows, why would anybody even want more? But starting with fire arrows and poison shot is just all very good. Poison shot is just as fast as regular shot, but of course doesn't hurt. It does, you know, poison them. But you just get like a volley on. And now they're burning, now they're upset, and now these guys are running in here. At the peasant warriors, and they're like, wait, is that legal? And maybe we can get a shot down the line here and it'll like pierce through. Oh yeah, there's the good stuff. That's a poison volley shot that hits like all of them. Gorgeous. Love it. And with 15 seconds on it, you know, once you decide that's what you're going for, and these hidden axes are just trouncing these guys in melee, of course, because they're, like, really quite good at fighting. I mean, they don't have the huge evasion, but they are very, very punchy. And with a little bit of support, I'm sure we'll have these fools gone in no time, and Cao Cao will be doing fine. Yeah, you know, I was like, hey, a fistful of coppers, I know that reference. I mean, if there was a lady bandit sentinel, we probably would have taken her, but there wasn't, so why not him? And plus he started in the army, you know. For a few coppers more. Yeah, I laughed. No, big fan of Sergio Leone's films. Including those. Gift to Mercenary Lord. See, yeah, like, now we're talking, right? You get this contract of at the very beginning. Bam, celebrated. Of course, it'll go down eventually, I suppose, but, you know.
诸侯若不开诚布公，天下何时才得一统？
Well, the good news is we're in good shape here. Bandit warriors are essentially entirely undesirable. Really just going to a bunch of red seems totally fine, right? We'll have big morale for reasons, and these are, you know, fine shot cav with acceptable morale, and, you know, they're better than the peasant raiders by a pretty huge margin. And with the purple infantry, you know, it's fine, you know, just, yeah. Oh yes, share the spoils. Yeah. Yeah, we're not. It's so much. You get 50. Yeah, you'll never be low on loot as long as you keep this regionless faction thing. Because this is still, I think, technically unfriendly territory, right? Because we're not allied with them. We're just on a contract with them. Not sure we'll stay regionless. Oh, it'll be easy. Anywhere that we're not hostile to, we can recruit from. So until we want to spin up the second army, we just, I mean, we can attack anyone we want and sack their stuff. We just, you know. Yeah, you know. Sack stuff and walk out. We have foreign replenishment. So if we choose our targets wisely, you know, then we should be able to crack people. And with our huge replenishment when we share the spoils, you know, all we have to do is not die. It plays it a little close, but as soon as we get enough money to where we can comfortably spin up a second army, then we can leave the armies together. And yeah, exactly. We're not just revenue positive. We're very revenue positive. This army only cost 1,044, right? And it's acceptable. I mean, really, hidden axes are so stinking good. We might just swap in to, you know, more here. Might as well. We have 7 grand. Dangerous living once. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah. Beastmen rules. Literally Beastmen rules, right? Only slightly more permissive in some ways. Beastmen Total Warhammer 2 pre-Torox rules. But if we're on contract with someone like, you know, because I don't think Cao Cao would declare war on me while we're under the contract. But I guess we get prestige for fulfilling the contracts, so. Anders is once. No, before Torox, when you still had to pay for your troops. Oh, he can't attack me. Okay. Got it. Well, that is very comfy. The thing is, too, is like maybe, you know, with us doing this for Cao Cao, he might get an enormous amount of tempo, right? Because instead of him having to do this stuff, we're just doing it for him. Kongzhou. Kongzhou. Not Zhuo. Is confederated out. And our girl gets to level 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, going across the top, getting to tenacity first is pretty important. Melee evasion for the own army afterward, maybe. Going across the top, we just get irrelevant stuff, yeah. Hitting consideration and then going down. And plus encourage on her retinue is pretty good because, you know, that's the sort of thing you care about. It does seem like Fame and Fortune is reasonable now, though, rather than maxing out and... Well, no. Infamy Legendary. Okay, yeah. We didn't even check this. So it gives you 40 morale when attacking and Terror. Terror faction-wide and 100 charge bonus. Pretty sweet. However... it's hardly faction-wide unbreakable. And there I just wanted to test if Share the Spoils gave us the bonus loot in here, and it does not. The foreign replenishment is not boosted, but you do get 10%, you know, from it, and 10% is honestly a ton of foreign replenishment, right? Like, 10%'s fine. 5% feels like nothing. 10% is like, oh, because it's in, like, hostile foreign territory, too. And, unfortunately... fair was too good, but yeah, you know, unbreakable on everything is genuinely too good. Sun Jian is cut down by Huangzu at the Battle of Shangyong in a hail of arrows. Alright, and now we reach our first impasse. Of course, we're revenue positive. We can do anything. Like, you should marry Sauron to me. That would be, like, the sickest campaign, right? Alright, so what do we do now? Realize that we made a mistake, or continue on? Well, I mean, we can just bounce on over here, you know. We, after all, do have money. Yeah, you know, like, why wouldn't he get along with me? I'm a classy lady. Who would I figure would take? Yeah, you know, I was just wondering that.
振作起来。
Hung Fu's song with Cao Cao. That's almost as funny as him being with Liu Bei. Or not Liu Bei, sorry, Lu Bu. Yeah. It's like this guy, this warlord in particular. Well, I mean, he would be powerful and aligned against, you know, the guy that he's mad at, but... And we'll get, why not both? Get some money. Do we want the fame and fortune to go down that much, though? We'll just take the ancillary. Ooh, very fancy. Leather of the Fire Phoenix. The unique gives speed to the retinue. It is for reds, I think. So, you know, when we get a vanguard someday, we can give that to him. This guy's unhappy. Why don't you just leave, buddy? Of copper-scented fingers. He's got to be a bandit, right? Armor for his own retinue and range block chance for his own retinue. All very interesting, however. Level 0? There is no level 0. There is now a level 0. Those are characters generate. Ah, they become level 1. Generate traits. I see, I see. Very practical. Jiao Chan has been sent to the capital. I guess we could just march along with Cao Cao to the capital, right? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. She's like, look, I'll do anything if it's gonna let us destroy the Han. One more here. Because with our loot per turn, we also can siege any gate pass. We also can siege any gate pass and stay positive, I'm thinking, on the loot. Because even with them giving us the negative 45 or whatever, we'll still be fine. We saw Zheng again? Well, I would think in the Black Mountains, right? Like, that would make more sense. Because we could meet up with Chang'an and then, like... Yes, we get our Prince of Chen event. Oh, we're in March. I was like, we can't get the guys over, but yeah. Indeed, coming home. Unbreakable halberd dudes seems cool.
我等必须要像烈日一般无情。
Because, like, we'll run up and we'll be able to support... This is actually super fun, isn't it? Because if we get up there, like, right now with Cao Cao, we're absolutely going to be able to help him. Dong Zhuo dies. But we, well, you know, we might not get there in time. So used to the movement from Lu Bu's. Well, you know. Alright, so it unlocks these units probably only when we can get... I'm not sure when it unlocks the Qin Peacekeepers and Qin Royal Guard. It says it does. Which is why I researched it, but... Perhaps that'll be unlocked when we get to, like, level 6 or whatever, and that's why we can't get them now. But that's exciting, isn't it? Bandits with Qin Peacekeepers. You heard it here first. Although we can't get them yet. Maybe it's because we're not the appropriate colors for them. Maybe rank your character to permanent, yeah. Or both. Right. Hey, he didn't need my help at all. And here's our Dongzhuo event. Li Zhu will sign peace with us. I don't know about that, buddy. For 24? You can give me tribute, buddy. I don't think Cao Cao's gonna leave. Kaohsiung on the other side of the river, well, you know, it'll be good for us to be here. If Cao Cao bails and leaves us to fight him, that'd be funny too. Now, I think with us around... Well, I actually don't know if we even support him in battle for this, but I think we will. We'll see, you know. Bum, 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 bum. If the resource reaches 0, then if we decline it, then we'll get more. Yeah, I guess we just do this so that we don't run out. It's -4 per turn. Well, we probably could have got away with it then, but it's fine.
回归原状。正在行进。
Yeah, we'll just wait on this side of the gate pass and see what we do from there. Oh. This time we started with the refined master crafter, which, I mean, that's sort of to my taste, isn't it? Alright, so we begin. Alright, I didn't know this item was in the game. So since it is, the maximum of towers you can get is 6 plus 2 plus 1. So like 9 maybe 9 towers. But anyway, we begin with 3 towers now. So the reload, unless some other event gave it to us, but we might have started out with it. But we got some nice axes in here too. Very nice. We're going to be able to give the dual war axes to the Sentinel, which is lovely. Hey, Ellie. My 3 kingdoms. Yes, yay, indeed. Look, the Bandit Queen. She's awesome. We love her. But, we're a bandit. So we're trying to do this thing where we don't take any land, like, for a super long time, and try to use some advantages that we get from that. Or rather, for some time. We're stacking plenty of cash, right? So when we go to roll up our next... You know, this is actually... You know, honestly, Luke, I think this is like, do we support this? It'll make, you know, all he does is get some resources from it. Oh my goodness. He's gonna give us tribute for it. Ha 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 ha. He's afraid. He's running scared. Well, to be fair, he is on his way out, isn't he? But hey, so much the better for us. Get wrecked, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, we'll write down that we support you. Pay me. To be fair, you know, I think he's dying right now, but well, no, that's not fair. He's got this. Yeah. Wow, look at the cash. 3.6k a turn from this man. All right, so if you can pull this off, what a good beginning. I'm rich! Alright, but again, it only counts if we can win. So the Yellow Turban Rebellion's here. That would be handy for us, but... Alright, this is Gao Shun's army, which means not Lubu. And we can, I mean, probably beat them, but... The one thing about, oh, we went the wrong way. Well, you know, that'll keep us safe from the, yeah, he won't be able to jump off the, thing and get us there. Well, you know, we're doing fine. We just can't lose a battle or we'll get a game over, but, crucially, that hasn't happened yet. Liu Bei has declared war on us. I can't believe it. But yeah, I think actually, Luke, that this, yeah, before mini bonuses, we get a little bit. But yeah, I think this is the play if you want to go regionless every time. You sell to Cao Cao, which lets us you walk through his land quite comfortably, crash those dudes there. You can clearly get a very respectable army. I mean, a brace of hidden axes does work, you know, and then, because now we're going to be, wherever we end up, we're going to have a war chest. I mean, sure, this Yuan Shu deciding to give us a ton of money is a different thing that we could normally plan on, but, you know. We can get that if we ever had a red guy.
离得还算合理。
Alright, Cao Cao's trying to go back home. We're just gonna try to get around him here, right? And not around Cao Cao, around Gaoshun. Well, he's gone there. You want me to pay you 9? Dude, nah. How do you know how much money I have anyway? You shouldn't even know that you could ask me for that much. And there's a civil war. Cao Cao gets his confederation over there. Like, do we just take this opportunity to try to get up here? Because, like... Because really, we don't need to be regionless forever. Because, like, we could pay for our army anyway. I don't know. I'm sure I don't know. But getting into the Black Mountains and allying over here just seems good. Yeah, and two, like, this is, I mean, regionless for a few years, migrating over here, getting a ton of money, seems great. If we get on the water here, I bet we can... Yeah. Perfect. And even if he chases us, which he's not likely to do, we could probably just run away, but I don't think he'd even chase us. Plus, I think we would win this. Sure, he's got, like, a lot of good cavalry, but... we've got a lot of crummy cavalry, and if we charge our crummy cavalry into their good cavalry, and then our axes are there, they'll be like, chop, chop, chop. Axes are, of course, plenty good against them, because, I mean, they have really big AP damage, so the spears, while they do have it, axes swing, you know, 50% faster also. I think we'd be fine. I also don't think they're going to get to us. Because we have so much money, they know that they can demand proportionally more, but... Hey, Yuan Shu confederates a guy. I bet that means he can pay me more now. Good for him. Love it. Gao Shun gets engaged with the pass there, and now we just have to be able to beat Su Huang and all of these guys, who seem to be pretty good. Alternately, we could, you know, wait till they're not at home to hit them. I would much rather beat them outside of a castle, you know, I'd rather beat them inside of a castle when they attack me, and I have, you know, a tower.
多言无益，开战吧。
Because, like, what is he doing? It doesn't matter. Because he doesn't know what I'm doing. Alright, so here... Contract ends in 4 turns. If we take the Fame and Fortune hit, we'll still have enough to finish it. So we'll take that and the money. Hey, and we get our little red skin. Good, good, good. The... Tempered iron skin for the red hero, pretty good, you know. Lowers their attack rate, but, you know, I do hate that. Yeah, but we'll just go around him, and we can find some place in here to grab. And again, I doubt he's just gonna pop us. He's probably going to, what, go here to try to fight the Han? That's probably what he's going to try to do. Oh, Cao Cao just rolls up Cao Shun there. Now here, we don't really want to sign peace here, right? Because we might well get an agreement from Cao Cao to attack him and, you know, try to get the Emperor out or something. Be very fancy. Like, we don't want really, like, you know, peace on all terms. Just, like, some kinds of peace sometimes. Alright, so this is gonna... Oh, yeah, there you go. Yuan Shu declares his intentions. This is basically gonna be perfect, right? He's here besieging this pass in winter. Jutai's there, so they're not gonna be able to just auto it that easily. He's gonna be far from home, in winter, losing supplies. We hit this one. It'll take him a couple of seasons to get back. Oh, yeah. I like Hedong too. Beautiful. And since we don't have a siege engine, of course, we needed this extra time. You know, it's all working out. But, I mean, it is so far all working out. It's currently kind of working. I don't pay you, you pay me. And crucially, he's continuing this siege, which is wild. Lady Wu. Oh, right, because Sun Ce hadn't even grown up yet, right? Until, like, the summer of this year. Nice place to take, indeed. Well, I'm going to take just a short break, and then we'll be back for more of this. So don't go anywhere unless you feel like going somewhere. But I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And this is a promising run, isn't it? 65k in the bank already. You know, being regionless for a few years was paying off, and now it's really paying off. And of course, Yuan Shu will probably stop paying me tribute eventually, but every year he pays it. I mean, 4.1k is what you get out of a cream of the crop medium city in like 200. That is a rich income from a vassal. So however long we get it, that's how long we get it. Yes, you'll definitely save first. But I changed some stuff with our display settings and the blah blah blah. I'm hoping that maybe it'll help stability, but who knows? Not me. Anyway, be right back. Alrighty then. Now we've got some fire arrows, we've got some battering rams, we've got some grappling hooks. They've got very, very crummy people on the inside here, right? Archer militia, G militia, bandit gangs, a strategist. So what we've got to do is turn this image off so that everybody can see what's on the screen and not the awesome mustache picture. Crucial.
随我来，朋友。你的豪言壮语可以先放放。
And Songqian by the guerrillas is going to have a great time now. Alright, so there's Bastion Artillery. There's much and more to worry about, but what do we do? Coming through the side here. Oh, we should come over here, because these are where the towers are down. Right, because we have stuff to do that in the siege. And we're going to send both battering rams at it. That way, if one of them gets popped by... their stuff, will be fine. And here, I think we just go all onto the flaming shot here. Well, no, because we want these to go up the other walls. Alright, they do have a Treb over here. We should probably get these things going at it. Oh, the Treb is over on this side. It sees us. Well, you know, for all that we deployed like a crazy person, it's totally gonna work anyway. You know, we the siege damaged some stuff, and that's good. But yeah, with the bastard artillery distracted and these guys doing great, you know, it was always going to be a good time, but it's an extra good time. Yeah, this is awesome. What a great siege. You know, they were thoroughly unprepared, and, you know, just as planned, right? You really want to let your enemy get ready for you? You don't. Yes, hidden access. Wonderful. And barricades just don't get hurt by people, I guess. Friendly units can be ordered to attack the barricade. Alright, so we literally can't hit the barricade. No, not... I think it's just we're very bad at shooting the barricade. Got it. Maybe, like, fire arrows work on it or something. Well, in any case... Of course, the overarching good news is that we're all inside here. Oh, well, yeah, I guess if we would have just got a raider up on it, it would have worked out. Yeah, fire damage. There you go. Fire damage. Fire axes. 9 breaking, hacking, burning. You know, that kind of thing. Destroyers and usurpers, curse them. I kind of have to do the bit. If somebody says fire and axes, I'm like Cartman singing Come Sail Away. Like, I just have to do it. I have to speak for the trees, because, you know, no one's on the trees side. But these fools have way too many archers and not enough other stuff. Like, are they me? Are they literally me? Just being like, what if I just don't get archers? What would be the worst that would happen? Okay, why don't I just get 100 archers? I bet it'll be just like Warhammer, where it's good. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. But here, hidden axes are, of course, better than archers. They got some bows. I love the hidden axe, right? Oh, wow, the bandit raiders. You know, I guess they can only get beat up so bad, right? Still, I mean, they did plenty well coming in here unsupported. Not sure what made them lose so much. These G militia, maybe they're taking like a charge reflected thing, but once our axes show up here, we'll be totally fine. We need to get over here. Because even though they're drawing us through all these towers, it's worth it to rout these fools. Not through all of those towers, though. That is a lot of towers. Let's back up. This is heaven to a defender, right? Look at that. Gate, 3 towers, then 2 towers there. I mean, you know... Dude, just don't let that happen to you, right? Do what I'm doing here, and don't let that happen to you. But here we get the blob fight of our dreams, where a bunch of crummy bandit gangs get jumped by a bunch of freaking hidden axes, who are just so outside of the weight class of these fools. And a glorious victory, very nice. But of course now we gotta start paying for stuff. Well, I mean, only sometimes. Sometimes the little flicker of our fingers will make payment someone else's problem. I'll have to start paying for things, said the bandits, laughing ironically. They are trying to not run. I will give them their respect for that. I am seeing, too, though, that defending this place, like, what if they go in that way? I mean, they probably won't, but what if they do? Because that's the thing about taking a place with Bastion Artillery. Now we have a place with Bastion Artillery. Glorious victory. And next is maybe, yeah, they're so good, right? Because a little bit of fire damage when they're inside and you want to get those shorter range towers, bam, got it. they've got axes, which means they match up 1-to-1 against basically all infantry in the game for, like, ever, like, pretty solidly. And, you know, they just hit hard. And with their totally respectable AP damage, even if, like, they get embroiled with some, like, big, brawling hero, they might end up poorly for it. This guy is honest, dutiful, and cautious. Do we really want to pay him 50 coins, though? We know he starts with Wisdom of the River, but he's a strategist. Do we want a rando strategist for our second army? Stalk and snipe the raid press danger. Indeed. And then if there are cavalry, if they're like red, then you jump on the wall and shoot them with your bows a little bit. And when they're in, you know, certain of the armies with the poison arrows, you can really chip down some things. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I think here, we like him historically. We'll hold on to him then. Jiang, 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 Jiang. Impossible to say. And we establish order. This city is just the beginning of my fury. So we can get more income from tributaries. I feel like this is a good building to do right now because it's going to be worth a lot of money, but... Industry, no. I mean, I guess food, because that's... You know, we gotta have food first. Because we don't make money from taxes. Yeah, and then we'll start doing the bandit patrols. So now, in the event that he tries to come back, they're already without supplies a bit. And then... Oh, this is his land. Never mind. That's right. This is just this little chunk here. Well, we can take the port next turn. Oh, yeah. Incredibly comfortably. Because all of these have... Well, I mean, not this one. We can take this one comfortably because bandit warriors get mauled by hidden axes, right? They don't have shields. So you shoot them and then you make contact. Run over them. Right here, going to crease across the crease the top. Alright, so guerrilla deployment is a thing, but... Alright, so we can get guerrilla deployment the top line or the bottom line. If she's the one... What benefit is there towards Zheng commanding the army? Like, being the one listed at the top. The 5 loot. And she's got wall damage. Okay, so... We could get 10 loot from the top line there. But if we go the bottom way, we get... more loot for own army when she's not commanding. A bunch of own army stuff. So, yeah, you know, let's do this. Negative morale is fine, too. It also gets us 1 faster. And Stalker is, you know... If we can fight in a story in a story in a forest, then that is the perfect thing because it gives us huge melee evasion, and also lets you stay hidden when you're there. So we'll always try to use the land as we can, because hidden axes in the forest all of a sudden become very evasive on top of their outrageous killing power. All right. Spoils indeed. Oh, and go back in. Oh, yeah, that would be good. Pretty sure you told me that before and I forgot. Well, crucially, Cao Cao, with our help, was able to get up here quicker. We're taking all the credit for that. You want us to pay you for peace? You must have misunderstood how I feel about all this. Like, I want to fight you, actually. Oh, you've got a gate pass now? Good for you, buddy. Cao Song has been slain, and Cao Cao declares war about it. Are we gonna make him the underling there again? Well, I mean, there's not really a point in it. Alright, what do we get here? Well, this would give us... You lose the charge speed, but we get a chance to avoid ambush, and, I mean... Well, we don't need to pay him, is the thing. Alright, so I think hitting the iron mine first is better. Yeah, definitely better, because this is controlled. All of this is, so getting the iron mine first would be superior. And we know that getting to the iron mine from where they are is not really a doable thing. And because we know they just took... Here, pretty important that we do this ourselves, of course.
战斗和荣耀都能锤炼灵魂。
他们的功业也就到此为止了。
They will soon be erased from history, not like you. Will be the star of films forever. You know, these guys don't have very good shields, but they'll be good enough. Because this is my idea of like a perfect way to siege a place, right? You just walk up, soak the arrows, Burn down the towers with your readily available fire arrows. You know, lose some stuff, and then you're ready to roll. You know, I love this faction. I love it so much, and I can't wait to see how, you know, things get implemented with the other, you know, the tech and the other units and all the other stuff that the new way of being in this brings. Honestly, now that I see the implementation of being regionless, I'm so excited for playing this faction like a million times. Because now you can go anywhere at the beginning, and it'll always work. It won't be like that Shuofeng thing, because if we did that there, we would have ended up with 100 grand. This campaign's almost coming compared to the last one? Yeah. Oh, you mean the Lubu one? Or... But, yeah. And, you know, it's all because of the ridiculously cheap upkeep. And we're going to set our axes to stun on the... Why, well, indeed. Yeah, it's, yeah, how nice. How nice. The bandit gang, you know, because although I don't respect them much, I mean, they totally do what they have to do, which is own a shield. And then they don't have any ranged, right? So we're about to go start picking them off a little bit here. If they all try to blob here, oh my goodness, how amazing is that shot? They all run into it to reposition, and it hits, I think, 4? Nah, just 3 of them. Still pretty good. New game, seeing how many units we can get in the one single volley shot. I think, yeah, we got 3 that time. Pretty amazing. Man, what a lady. It may not be a total poison volley, but I mean, it gets it done, doesn't it? You know, it does have like a 30-second time on it, so we gotta quit doing it so often. Even though it's off cooldown, these guys are still getting poisoned. Yeah, how wasteful. I mean, look at him go, too. Right? That tag, these guys have lost all of these models just to her, and she's got 2 more to give. Insane value. My girl. Yeah, talk about power. On a strategist. Talk about power. I feel like that one missed most of them. It hit only a couple of the guys. It's all right. Yeah, bonkers. All right, let's get to it. Now that we've had the preliminaries.
仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫！
It assigned her 192 kills. She very clearly has more than that. 40 there, 40 there, 100 there, 100 there, 100 there, basic. Yeah, yeah. There's been almost 600 kills in the fight. She's responsible for probably every single one of them. Well, you know, even if the game won't give her credit, I will. I know who's doing the work. Lu Zheng. And, you know, you never get to take the credit for your poison. Like, are these spears running? These are braced. Oh, they tried to turn around on me. It even worked. So we'll just run in this way, and he'll just push through these axes here. Yes. We'll hit him with the flaming shot, with the poison shot, with the shot of shots. And with that, most of the spears are gone, and they're bringing some in to try to flank here. But it won't work, because they're getting awful lot of fire from that direction. A very French sort of archery. And just rolling in. Beautiful. Love it. Great. This is my idea of a great Total War campaign, you know. We just look at us, look at them. Which green is us? Oh, it's the darker green. What happens when their green catches on fire or gets a little bloody or dirty? Well, it becomes a slightly darker green. But we will try to slay them all, and Zheng will know her own when the time comes. But basically a perfect siege for this place too. You know, we isolated the towers. They didn't have any range, so we were able to just crunch them with Lu Zheng. You know, we didn't get all the exact best shots, but plenty of great ones. 600 kills on any hero, anytime is a good performance. Especially on a strategist, right? Who brings a lot to the table in other ways. I mean, she brings the marksman right now, but she'll eventually bring more to the table. Some. And her bow, too, you know. If they had, like, you know, there's plenty of strategists and vanguards out there. Because I think commanders have, oh, and the guardians don't typically have missile block, too. Although Zheng has some. Huzzah.
我的事迹四海传扬。不占此城，乃是无礼。
Ooh. Okay. Gives you faction-wide upkeep production. Good so far. Gives you use plus 2 uses of all pre-battle deployables in this county. So, you know, if we're going to do a fight here outside of it, we're going to have 5 towers already. That is so stinking many towers. Outside your home province, loot and occupy should be default option. Yeah, because we don't care about the settlement losing its level. Tenacity of Steel on the lady herself. Obviously the choice. Yeah, 8 tower potential indeed. At first I was like, I saw faction-wide for upkeep for sword and shield infantry, and I was like, what? But then we've got the potential for these things once this finishes up. Well, it only costs 50 to rush the construction. Why wouldn't we do it? Alright, so we could get big replen and, you know, it would, well, it knocks down our population growth. This one is the happy medium one, right? Gives you pop growth, public order, and food production. Black market is for spies. And preparatory camp, research rate, and spy stuff. Well, I think the food tents is the logical choice right now. You can rush it for 100. Alright, so we get negative construction costs, but you can rush it for 100. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah. We have pop growth for the commandery once we get an admin, but we can rush it for 150. All right, so the getting the bigger buildings, we can rush it for 200. Okay, so that is okay. So there you go. The rush construction is incredibly cheap and basically an irrelevance, which is pretty bonkers. Tribute Hall, rush it for 200. Rush this one for 400 and go up another 400. Yeah. We just rush it all the way up and net money for doing it. I mean, sure we have to pay to build it, but hey, now it's built. 60% Diplo from tributaries, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Alright, so now, I mean, we spent a lot of money doing that, but I mean, just a lot. Not really the rushing, right? It was the only way he stops paying me is if he declares war. Oh, so it's not like it's a tribute. It's not like a vassalage thing. Oh, wow. Okay, so we just need him to stay alive for a little bit. Because that's a lot of money. You know, I bet he'll be fine for a second. Yeah, I mean, Liu Chong's still alive, so that's bad for him, but, you know. Alright, well. Good.
国可没心情。
You know, this aggressive expansionism, there's something to be said for it, huh? Alright, we just need to... Yeah, they're fine. We get 15 faction support from her, so that's pretty decent. We're gonna have him do this just to make himself useful. So you drop down low and then you get better movement. I see. Bum 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 bum. Oh, this one has 5% replenishment. Probably desirable to go there. But we could just go to the direction of the place that we're living. That would make sense. Get it faster. So you can reduce your... You get more unit morale, but you get lower morale on your heroes. And 25% off upkeep. This is... So it doesn't even mess with public order? Okay. So I think you just do this... Eat the morale hit. The 20 unit morale is worth way more than 10 morale on a hero is. And, then Northern Bandits do post-battle. Yeah, because this is just perfection, right? Negative 25% retinue upkeep. What's not to like? The tribal ones, I see. I mean, sure, they'll have, like, slightly lower morale, but... Again, I can spare 10 morale on all the heroes. Because 20 more morale on the bandit raiders makes them, like, medium cav, just, you know, crummy ones. Gotta be a large city, and that's what, 7? No, just a 6. Well, let's hold on to cash for a little bit. Or do we want to... I mean, we could also spin up another army, and maybe we should, right? Already have that much food? Yep. You know, you just get your, you get your banditry going. You know, you get your, because the food production's from banditry, but when you're doing share the spoils, you get 200% food from banditry when you're there. So, have I checked them? No. Oh. Oh, jeez. 10 melee evasion is crazy. Usually good, although it's not always what people want to hear. Like, this is a hot one, yes. Cautious, frivolous, acidic. But, crucially, undesirable part of the tree. Alright, so we just need to cancel these assignments. Wow. Public appeasement, 15 public order, and 5 satisfaction wide. -6 reserves local commandery. That's quite a solid thing, right? Huge public order. I mean, the negative reserves does hurt unless you have some way to counteract it, but I mean, pretty nice. And we'll get Chang'an next turn. Okay, so it's the opposite. You get 20 morale. Yeah. It does make more sense. Why would the people in charge be hurting from that? Yeah, since we aren't paying. Indeed. Alright, there you go. That does make a lot more sense. But we're seeing then, if you can manage the satisfaction and the upkeep, you can drop this, make the people in charge upset, but hey, maybe they're unbreakable or whatever, and then, you know, or maybe they aren't around, and then you just jam this. You have 10 morale, you know, could be a thing to do, but yes, we'll just stay here without the taxes up there. Alright, so still, we can afford a second army, and that means we should get one, because they should follow her around, right? We don't need it to be full of nonsense, we just need affordable fighters. But decent archers, because, I mean, they're not amazing, but they may not even be good. But what they are is better than the absolute trash of archer militia. Oh yeah, we totally could just do it, you know, in general. Plus, you know, keeps people happy. Swapping the taxes around depending on what you need to do that day is very bandity, after all. I am incredibly excited about this campaign. And moreover, now we're out of the lose a battle and your campaign is done woods. And I am seeing, I'm like, oh yeah, he does have more land up here. Well, we can take it, right? But crucially, he is, you know, in a bad way here. Now, he can't get to the siege yet, so we're just going to go right here. Wait in ambush. Go ahead and get Chugong rolled up. Take the trade port, yeah, because we can just move in right here and take it with this army right now, right? Because he probably hasn't. It's oh well, they barely upgraded it, so they're yeah. We can just go in and get it though, because this army is, I mean, theoretically slightly functional, and I mean we've got, you know, heroes and they don't. Yeah. Think of leadership as well as, yeah, because, you know, it's not like the economic benefits of the places that we get are cursory to the fact that we can use them as jumping off points to make more money from shaking people down. We don't have fire arrows here, that is okay. We got the old bulwark for the block chance. And now they are alarmed by this. run in the melee cavalry and snake this away. I'm so proud of me. I'm a very sneaky bandit. And this is just... I feel so bandity. I feel so proud. This is how it's done, right? If I was doing this as a Han faction, I'd be like, oh, how underhanded and smart. But now I'm like, I am a bandit. Because if they're waiting for me to fight them under this tower, I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to let them come up to me. Say as much as you love playing your 3 Han factions of choice, you love as long as the bandit mechanics. They are fun. And I love a horde faction, right? Bandits aren't a true horde, but Jiang with her shakedowns, you know, it definitely lets you play like more of a horde than not one. Oh, right. This is just a morale thing. We still have to fight them. It's a minor settlement. But they've got spears on either side, and we've got our blocks, so we're just going to push right through. Push right through, I said. Beautiful. And Chupan is like having an... Not Chupan, Shugong. Chupan is the crazy one. Shugong is the one who is rocking out this fight. Getting in there, man. Okay, so he is hidden. Oh, he's always hidden. Got it. Oh, that's amazing. If he's healthy and has high morale. He's hidden. Well. Nice. And not on elephant. Because being hidden, of course, is its own tremendous value. It's like stock, but more. I mean, she starts with quite interesting characters that are very solid. She herself has an amazing weapon that's not bound to her. And she's, like, pretty unique, you know. With this going under my control, I am powerful as any of these other noble warlords. Yeah, you tell him, girl. We don't want to go to too many shielded infantry, you know, they're good for what they're good for. So we force upgrade to level 2, still staying revenue positive, and then mustering. I feel like I did this every time, right? Yeah, like in the other run, I feel like we did it like every time. But it's about to be harvest, which means he's losing supplies, and then he'll go up here. It'll be winter, and he still won't be able to hit it. And his movement might actually go down because of that. But I think here we just... I mean, the mustering grounds for the replen seems totally fine right now, right? Why not? Just get huge replen going on. Boom, you know, yeah, why not? Very easy to get that up. And now I'm seeing, because you can build these so fast, right? And they're very affordable. You can convert them for 300. Yeah, you can convert them for 300 and rush it for 10. Oh, autumn first, right. Yeah. Autumn comes after harvest. Population? Yeah, but what if we don't care about population at all? If it has no population to make stone, I was like, you lose your bonus? Oh, and the Smuggler's Den also gives you deployables. Okay, well, yeah, there you go. Apparently a lot of things gives you more towers. Would it be desirable to build these? Might just be spectral. Perhaps. When you're defending and stuff. But maybe if you're fighting a field battle, you get it anyway. It's definitely in that local county, though, and not the whole commandery. Okay. Alright, so now... Can't believe you don't like me. We don't need to help him here, right? We could help anybody now. Yeah, I think we just reject this and then think about what we want to do on the next turn. Because that's the honorable end of our contract against the Yellow Turbans. He agrees we did a great job. It's so funny to be in a position in back-to-back runs where we're really rooting for Yuan Shu to live as long as possible because he's paying us. Like, you guys leave him alone. Liu Chong gets popped. Liu Jun gets popped. And just as in the past, Zheng begins her conquest over here. Our notoriety increases. We are a bandit. And now we're supposed to destroy Zhangyan. Well, you know, we'll see what we can do there. You can give food for tribute or a merc contract for tribute. Okay. So it's like they just have to be like very afraid of you or afraid in general. Or just want something a little bit like your legitimacy. So this would involve sharing power. I guess we just attack him, right? Oh yeah, because with the food tins you can do the food. Yes. Well... Bandits are bandits, bandits. Yeah, you know, we're the good ones. Callous and harsh. We need to find a husband for her, like, right away. So that she can have a child quickly enough to have it grow up for the playthrough, right? She doesn't have to stay married to the same dude the whole time. In fact, there's no reason for that to be the case, so... You know, this year we'll marry Clint Eastwood, and we'll divorce him. We'll divorce him later and find a better one later, and you know, and Zheng will just you know, take husbands as she wants. Or there's the Sikh spouse that would get us somebody in the faction. That's right. Well, we get a broad-faced rogue here. We'll give him a year, right? We'll give all these spouses a year. Oh, the family hill. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, we'll do that after this year. You know, in the autumn, Zheng always gets married. Unless she really likes her husband. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna go towards the place where we're actually at. This dude gives 25 character experience faction-wide and -10 off retinues, 75 armor, and 15 range block for a guy. You know, it's pretty nice. I would love to get that axe. Share the spoils here. ambush here. They can't make their way to Hedong anyway. Yeah. Determined, vigilant, and committed. We'll see. Liu Bei will sign peace with us. Well, like what I really want is you to pay me way more than that.
敌人包围了你的城镇，他们想要在你出击前削弱你，最好派出军队前去。
And then they encircle and then run away, right? Yeah. You know, it worked out, but then up there in March, perfection. They ran up, but yep, we're going to be able to get right on them. And actually probably start. Yep, so we'll who's got more movement?
正在行进。不行。
Yeah, I'm like, it wouldn't be surprising if we can't get in here at all, but we should be able to, I think. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Because they actually have, like, way better troops than we do here, but... It's 12:40, and I should go to bed. So, sorry for the anticlimax. No, no way. We'll surround him and get on the ground and stab him with things. It'll be fine. But we will do it tomorrow because it's just too late. I gotta go to bed. But when we wake up, we'll do this fight. After all, we brought 2 stacks. I'm not that afraid of him. I'm not smart enough to be afraid of anyone. These Cav are potentially bad, but we have plenty of green infantry here. I mean, they're crummy. Oh my goodness. Never mind, we're gonna lose. Our stats are crazy low. Yeah, the taxes. Or just at 0. Oh. Yeah, jeez. Well, we might get a game over, huh? We'll try it in the morning. And probably lose, because with 10 morale, I think we just instantly shatter. It's gonna be incredibly annoying. I really messed up. I really messed up. Shouldn't have shared the spoils. I should never ever share the spoils. We just need to have 100% spoils all the time. It's, yeah, that was bad. That's real bad. Yeah. Terrible. Just like a 100% useless second army. And a basically useless first army, because they're just gonna crumble as soon as they run anything. Man, that's too much cav to fight if we have 10. Well, we'll see. 10 morale. Oh well. We'll try. And if we get a game over, we just won't ever share the spoils again, and learn our lesson. The only way I know how. Excessively. Stupidly. Anyway. Good night, Luke. You know, we should have just done the battle and lost it. That would have been better than looking at the unit cards and then becoming distressed. Because I thought that the campaign was going fine, and now I think it's a disaster. And all I did was look at a unit. We didn't even do anything. But, you know, that's how easy it is to ruin my day. Sometimes it doesn't take a man or a woman or something alive. It can just be anything. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna sulk until I fall asleep, and we'll play this in the morning and see how it goes. Maybe I'll see you then. Good night, Luke. Ellie. Nice to see y'all. And I'm not as glum as I sound. I am tired, though, so I'm gonna go to bed. 12 morale. Pathetic. See you guys.